Well, Edward, I'm on Bernice Street off of Westridge Road, where, as you can see behind me, police are continuing their investigation of the apparent murders of 2 men and a woman. Well, good evening, Rachel. I don't know if you can see behind me because it is dark, but it's just, this is what it looks like 24 hours later. The winds are blowing strong, though. Mark's forecast is really being seen here at Highland Park, where the Lilac Festival is getting underway today. The festival is now in its 8th year, and Edward, you look nice and dry back there in the 13 WHAM studio.
I am nice and dry on it. You go
I
in
get
and
to listen
dry.
to jazz.
Yeah, exactly.
Across the street, though, one lone protester represents the other side of the argument. A Christian leader we spoke with says there's a reason for that. This is a short, dead-end street, so neighbors say they're pretty close. They never expected Scott Burke would be violent towards his wife behind this front door, the way police described it. But we've looked across the mall, and we've only been able to find 2 help wanted signs, one of them here at Williams-Sonoma. Sam says this is reflective of what she's been hearing from store managers. One reason why farmers believe they should be exempt, they grow crops like this hay, which absorbs the greenhouse gases emitted by cow manure. More than 2,000 miles separate us from California, but many Rochesterians are protesting Proposition 8.
What do we want?
Lisa Hatch and her girlfriend Melissa learned via Facebook of this grassroots rally in front of the Monroe County office building, the same time as one in L.A.
We've only been together for 3 months, but we were engaged quickly, and now, the whole California thing kind of ruined that idea, so we're going to fight till we can get it.
Here in New York State.
Here in New York State. It should be recognized everywhere.
It's a right. Everybody has a right to do that, Marriage is for love, and if you can't get married, then what is it?
Even in the rain, the noisy crowd is taking over a full city block. Across the street, though, one lone protester represents the other side of the argument. A Christian leader we spoke with says there's a reason for that.
We're not going to go out and do all kinds of wild demonstrations like the homosexual community is doing. We're going to follow the law. Marriage is marriage. I don't care how long you demonstrate it. Marriage is between a man and a woman only. That is defined, first of all, from Scripture by God, defined it, and all of society, all of our human culture has always had marriage the same way.
Dwayne Motley, a Christian rights lobbyist from Spencerport, is concerned that issues like this are keeping lawmakers from focusing on bigger problems, like the economy. But to couples like Lisa and Melissa, love is more important than money.
That's right, and it's ridiculous, it's not fair, it's not right. I love this girl, I should be able to get married to her.
In Rochester, Anna Liss, 13 WHAM News. State police have this Williamson neighborhood closed off as they investigate what's now a crime scene in a nearby apple orchard.
We located the female remains, and we believe them to be of Stephanie Casey. She was found off a cul-de-sac, Lakewood Drive.
The body was found buried under rocks by the shoreline. 28-year-old Casey was reported missing on Thanksgiving morning. Her husband, Brian Drennan, is behind bars, charged with assault after admitting disturbing details of her disappearance.
He made some verbal admissions that he struck Miss Casey in the head with a 10-pound barbell weight and stabbed her with a wooden heart, but it made no penetration. He made admissions that the last time he seen Stephanie, she was bleeding but conscious.
8 cars are parked outside of this home on Lake Road, where troopers say Brian and his wife had been living for the past month as they looked for jobs in the area. On Friday, Lakewood Drive neighbors reported seeing someone in a maroon PT Cruiser dump a garbage bag in the woods. Police later found it stuffed with blood-stained clothes. A search crew then discovered the female remains nearby on Saturday. The body is now at the medical examiner's office. In the town of Williamson, Anna Liss, 13 WHAM News. You know it's not a typical Saturday when there's an Ontario County Sheriff's deputy directing traffic outside of Eastview Mall. People doing last-minute shopping were in for a nightmare.
Horrible! We have people who have been trying to leave since 2:30 this afternoon and they can't. We've been trying to leave since 4.
Things could be worse, especially if you parked your car while running on empty.
We just dropped off gas to our daughter who ran out of gas waiting in line here.
And we were trying to get to Eastview Mall from Henrietta, and we just ended up just turning off onto Garnsey Road because there was no way
Friday's snow kept a lot of people indoors. That's why they came out in droves to the local malls. Traffic got so bad that people were dialing the 911 center to report it. So often, in fact, that the sheriff's office came out with this release asking them to stop. Inside the mall, traffic is just as heavy as it is outside, but because it's the holidays, spirits are high.
It's wonderful, and it always happens at this time of the year, and we're all supposed to keep a smile on our face, so.
I mean, what's it like?
It's pretty packed. The lines are long, but we're dealing with it.
Find a spot.
It was extremely busy.
Extremely.
Despite the bumper-to-bumper parking lot jams and the shoulder-to-shoulder hustle at the stores, it looks like local Christmas trees will have lots of boxes beneath them this week.
I think we're wrapped it up.
We got mommy done.
You're watching WETM 18 News Today with Anna Liss, Zach Wheeler, and Chief Meteorologist Joe Pasquarelli.
Welcome back. Yet another twist to report this morning in the power struggle weighing down the New York State Senate. The Elmira man suspected in the stabbing death of a woman on the city's east side on Friday night is scheduled to appear before a judge this morning.
People are hoping to hear some good news. I know that yesterday's rains represented a change in the forecast.
New this morning, a developing story. Athens Township Police are investigating an armed robbery. Can I ask you, why Ernie, and what did you do to convey him, not just as a football player, but as a person? Back, everyone. We're outside the WETM TV studios. We're with registered dietitian Colleen Bucher. We're making some grilled eggplant sandwiches, right, Colleen?
Good stuff. All kinds of vegetables in
grilled
this.
veggie sandwiches.
That's right.